The Tennessee Volunteers dipped back into the transfer portal, picking up 6'4" Louisiana Tech transfer guard Amaree Abram. Amaree Abram averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1.5 steals this season. He shot 37% from three, started all 32 games. He has been a well-traveled prospect. He previously played at Georgia Tech and Ole Miss as well, so this will be his fourth school. A veteran guard add for a Tennessee team that needed a little bit of reassurance at that spot after they kind of missed on a couple transfer portal targets. Now you pair, there's a world where you pair him with Jacoby Gillespie, Nate Amen in the fold, and Tennessee's kind of right back. And I really like this pickup. I think you get a veteran prospect or a veteran piece who was very productive at Louisiana Tech and can bring some things to this Tennessee team. And be good defensively. Because he's a guy who, you know, I'm going back to the Ole Miss days here. It was a while ago. I'm not sure if he did it at Louisiana Tech or not, but he's a guy who wants to guard the other guy's best player, right? So you have a defensive backcourt for as undersized as Jacoby Gillespie is, very quick hands, a lot of steals, as you saw in the Big Ten last year. Then Amaree Abram as well. You're formulating a really good, once again, Tennessee defensive team, and I also think he can bring some things offensively. I love the fit. I think this is perfect for both sides. Dion, what do you think about this ad?
Well, as we saw as Zakai Ziegler, like size doesn't matter in Rick Barnes' defensive scheme. So I don't, and you also like you're boasting a front court where your three man is Nate Ahmet, who's 6'10". So I think that's gonna allow them to play smaller in the backcourt a little bit, due to the size they're going to have everywhere else. I like the addition though. 37% three-point shooter last year at Louisiana Tech, 36% at Ole Miss. We're going to skip over the Georgia Tech year because that was rough. 85% free throw shooter last year, very minimal attempts though. That's a bit of a red flag, but he can clearly shoot the ball. He's willing to play defense. He's a veteran ad. He has at least 1 year of eligibility left for sure. With the way the NCAA has been working, he might have two. Um, there's a theme with what Rick Barnes does, and it's shooting and defense. And that's what he brought in with Jacoby Gillespie. Um, Kind of what he brought in with Nate Amen. Obviously, there's a little development that still needs to be done there. But I think you're talking about a team that's going to shoot, that's going to play defense, that's going to play hard. You don't have to worry about them in terms of an effort aspects of things. So I think it's one of those situations where it's a really, really good fit for a veteran guy who's traveled a lot, to say the least. And we kind of saw with Chad Baker Mazar at Auburn, just because you travel a lot doesn't mean you won't eventually find a landing spot where everything's going to click for you. And I think Amaree Abram, this might be the landing spot where everything clicks. With that in mind, everything clicked for Chad Baker Mazar, and he still left. So if you're Rick Barnes, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, I love this fit. I think it's a really good ad by Barnes. I think it's a really good kind of depiction of dipping into the portal, getting someone that fits what you want to do, and also having like talent that I think, you look at Amaree Abram as a two-way player that will thrive in a Tennessee system. And I think formulate a really good, really veteran backcourt now with Jacoby Gillespie. So really good on Tennessee on this pickup. I think you have like a guard wing combo, depending on where he plays Ament, and some other pieces that fall through on this team. But you have a really formidable kind of guard wing combo for Tennessee. And once again, Tennessee's not going anywhere. They'll be right in the mix for the SEC once again. Shout out to Amaree Abram. Looking forward to seeing him with the Tennessee Volunteers this season.
We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.